Welcome to the Peter Gracey Show, the only podcast where we attempt to separate our egos from the real world.
And now, here is your host,
The Honorable Peter Gracey.
Do I agree with homosexuals? Do I agree with same-sex marriage? Well, let me start by breaking down a few things. If you understand life runs through all of us, but it's the same life. My life is no different from your life. Your life ain't different from your neighbor's life. It's the same life. But this life takes on different personalities, different persons, different species, different things. It's the same life. It's one life. As individuals, we're all here to experience life. And this entire world that we live in, as you look out the window today, everything you see that you need to survive, everything you see that you need to do your banking, your financial goals, everything that has to do with education, everything that has to do with politics, everything that has to do with religion, everything that has to do with security, technology, everything at this moment is based on the decisions of all of us. While everyone are making decisions, the current time you find yourself in is based on all those decisions. The Creator does not micromanage, but everything on earth as we see is like a wheel. One wheel will turn the next wheel, and the next wheel will turn the next wheel. It's like if you look into a clock and you look at all the wheels, or how one wheel is turning the other wheel to make the entire thing work. One wheel turns the other wheel to make it work. So if you look at life, or if you look at the experience of life like a clock, everyone's decision is causing or is having an effect on someone else's decision. And it's this domino effect that causes which caused this current position that we're in. So I want you to understand that there's one life we're all living, and we're here to specifically experience life. We're here to go on about our business and experience life. We're here to make decisions that will take us through and give us the experience of this life. It's like electricity. Electricity does not know good, bad, right from wrong. Electricity has no business knowing anything. But it's the same electricity that powers on your computer or your phone. It's the same electricity that powers on the street lights or powers on that heart monitor you have in your chest. It's that same electricity. It's the same electricity. There's no difference. The electricity does not care what it's being used for. So now, if you turn on a flashlight, you can define this thing as a flashlight, but the electricity is the same electricity. You cannot define it as anything else. When you start your car, then it becomes useful in a car, but it's the same electricity. You cannot create nor destroy energy. It just is. And it doesn't care what form it takes on. And so it's life. It's like life. It's like life within the human. Even the whole body of the human being is ran by electricity. The electricity does not care if you're male or female. Isn't that true? But in your brain, you can see all those electricity. You can see the neurotransmitters firing. You can see the fusiform gyrus just bust open and just lights up like a whole stadium bulb. It's all electricity that runs through us. It's life. Life does not care what form you take on. So life does not care if you're male or female. When a woman goes to the doctor to find out the gender of a child she's carrying, they have to sit back and wait until life hands it to them. They have to wait on life because it's just life. It's like electricity. Some things are ants, some things are birds, some things are human beings. But it's the same life. It's the level of intelligence and the form and the shapes of what we take on. But when we take these things, when we show up as a human, we're supposed to behave as a human. Because you cannot eat dog food for the rest of your life and think that you'll suddenly become a dog. The intelligence, the complexity of this thing within us that's carrying us, that made us, the complexity of this thing is so down to the T that each cell will know that if you eat dog food, it should not become a dog. Remain as a human because we are humans. We are specific to what we take on in this life. So I want to put that out there so you can understand where I'm coming from. In this world, as we walk around, there are male and female. And if someone wants to take on a role of having sex with the same gender, that's his business. That's his decision. Now, the decision that he made will cause the wheels to turn. One turns the other. Someone disagrees with this person. Eventually, these decisions it goes so far because of beliefs, you end up in Congress. Everything turns something else. Every decision turns something else. But the thing is, you are here to experience your life, your handful of this life that you have. You have no business looking at someone else and paying attention to how that person is living their life unless it affects you directly where you cannot carry on the decisions that you're making. But in that same token, because you don't agree with it, you're going to make a decision that creates outcomes. It can also eventually create bliss and joy. You came as a male or you came as a female. My thought is you should experience life as the way you came. If the Creator made you as a man, or you popped up on this earth as a woman, then I think you should experience life fully as the way you came. This is your one opportunity to know what it means to be a male or a female. Now, unless there is some complication within the biology of this person, or this person thinks the Creator job was not good enough, who are we to make decisions on how these people should live? This is not our business. We are here to experience our own life. So if you're a woman, you should experience life as a woman. If you're a man, you should experience life as a man. A bird will always experience life as a bird. The bird doesn't even know if it's male or female. The bird assumes his role or her role in life naturally and just be a bird. The bird does not care if it's a bird or not. The bird is just being what it's here to be. He has no business thinking otherwise. An ant does not have any business trying to be a beetle. If you look at the way these creatures operate, you will never see a black ant running around with a red ant, because the design of these things are so complex and specific. It will never ever mix. So when you make a decision to mix up your hormones or your genders or whatever it is you're trying to achieve or accomplish, that is totally up to you. But as I go along, I am here to experience life my way, not anyone else's way or the decisions that they're making. If someone wants to be gay, that is totally up to them. The Bible, as I use as analogies, or I can look at certain allegories or look for metaphors. When you use this Bible, if you are someone who believes in the Bible or trust in the Bible, you will see the conflict where being gay or being a homosexual is not right. But what if that homosexual guy was your neighbor? Jesus said, the greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor as thyself. So what business do you have caring or becoming upset or thinking differently of that person if that person is your neighbor? So in one way you want to do this, the next way you want to do this, and you're thinking, you're confused. You're only confused because you're making it your business. You are here to experience life.